Hello everyone. Another one of those days. How's everybody doing today? Wish I had an arm playstand thing for my tablet. That would be very neat. Down to it. Chew. I'm an MR, so take that information as you will. Only have about 20 more things that I need to mastery rank, and then I'll have MR leveled everything. Why is it so goddamn hard to get Valbin Prime? Harmony first. I use a baby bottle for my mic. By Blue, who makes the Blue Yeti, which is not a mic you should get if you want to do voice acting. Please don't.
Throttle cause I'm burning something powerful. Fuel injection.
Doing something spoopy today, so maybe after I finish. This is only a 3-angle rig, so after I finish this, I'll probably go. Today I'm actually not making any. Sonic. This isn't any one particular character, to be honest. Minion kind. If I ever mentioned by the way, everyone, there's a new animation coming. Halloween. And after that. I do not have a Pixiv. I am on Newgrounds and Twitter. I used to be on Tumblr, but then Tumblr nuked itself. I used to be on DA, but then they began getting really, really puritanical. The woods in here.
tasty.
Okay, good. I was going to look at someone's kneecaps. Funny if I had to give this to you during super chats. Hope you're doing well, Mr. Animation Man Geyser person, and I hope things go well for you. May you make another Monster Girl stream one day, Nasik.
Thank you, Kale, for the announcement. Or for the donation. Wow, $500. Thank you very much for that.
Back and forth on people liking me. Back and forth on people liking me. Hey, yo-yo. Just like a yo-yo, I go back and forth, yo. Back and forth on people liking me. Back and forth on people liking me. Yo, everybody, here's my story. I really like cake, and my name's Rory. It's my favorite pastry. I sometimes eat it hastily.
Oh, that was a nice rhyme.
Oh, thanks, man. Every time I go to the store, I eat it and I eat some more. Yo, listen up to me. Every day I have to go pee and I eject myself from the grump room. Cause I got to go poo-poo. Boom, boom. Out my butt. What? Out his butt, y'all! Hey, yo. Just like a yo-yo, I go back and forth, yo. Back and forth on people liking me. Back and forth on people liking me. Hey, yo. Just like a yo-yo, I go back and forth, yo. Back and forth on people liking me. Back and forth on people liking me. Yo, do you remember when I was rapping about cake? Now I'm gonna rap about a lake. This rap isn't very fake because it's a rap about a lake. Hey, da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da, about a lake. Da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. My name is JK. Da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da, about a lake. Da-da-da-da. What's the deal with that? About a lake. My name is JK. About a lake. Hey, yo-yo. Just like a yo-yo, I go back and forth, yo. Back and forth on people liking me. Back and forth on people liking me.
Also, Craven Slayer, I think you're thinking of the Mantis Room.
Just like a yo-yo, I go back and forth, yo. Back and forth on people liking
Not
me.
the
Back and forth on people liking me. Yay! Wait, you think you can do better? No. All right, give us a rap.
This is going slow, by the way. Oh, the news. Kind of been entertaining the thought of topic. D&D things. So 5e there is multiclassing, right? What about the prospect of multiclassing? Instead of Gestalt classes, which gain basically 2 levels at a time, what if instead there was basically just a hybrid class? Pathfinder kind of, where they basically take elements from 2 different classes, they drop a few other elements, so they progress as a normal class, but they, like for instance, you might have a druid crossed with a barbarian, where whenever they rage, they basically gain a wild shape kind of feature, where they become like a lycanthrope. Like imagine a werewolf barbarian. They don't get all the features of a barbarian's rage, but they gain the added benefit of, oh hey, you get kind of like a low tier wild shape thing. And like these would have to be like explicit crossbreeds and stuff. It wouldn't just be like you can take 2 classes of any kind and cross them together. You'd have to come up with like reasons why, like mechanics that would apply specifically to them. Like another idea might be from Pathfinder and stuff, they have the Brawler, which is a cross between a fighter and a monk. Yeah, well that's how you originally got Paladins and the like, but then Paladins kind of came into their own as their own thing. But then you have like, one example would be like the Brawler from Pathfinder, where you cross a fighter and a monk, where they're basically a fighter that fights with their fist. They don't have as much unarmored defense as a monk does, but they're really capable in combat, and they basically focus on more like takedowns and things like that, or balls to the wall fighting rather than martial arts. Or like another example would be like the Scald, which is a barbarian bard hybrid, a bardbarian, and they would be like somebody who they want to basically share the tales of how they got into Valhalla and things like that. That'd basically be their theme. And they would be a frontliner who, when they rage, instead of gaining like defenses and a damage buff, it would wind up buffing up their entire ally, all their allies. I am still working on the character rig. Going slow because it does. I've been really feeling kind of bored and burnt out lately. Again. Or somebody suggests take a break? Don't. because whenever I announce that I am getting tired or burnt out, first thing people suggest is take a break, and if I literally just got back from one. And if that does nothing to solve the problem of why I'm getting. Anyway, the other hybrid class ideas. Cross a rogue and a monk and you get a ninja. Cross a... Some of the things would also like already appear that crossing a wizard and a fighter would give you something like Magus, which would basically be similar to except you could basically make them not as expensive, and you could make them like make it so that way they can actually use their spells a little bit effectively. Eldritch Knight would be like 2 parts fighter, 1 part wizard. A Magus would be 50-50 even. Wizard Sorcerer, funnily enough, in Pathfinder they actually have a Wizard Sorcerer called the Arcanist. In previous editions, whenever you prepared spells as a prepared caster, you had to prepare them at the level you wanted to cast them. So, like, instead of just being like, okay, I know this many I know these spells for this day, it'd be like, I know this many of this spell, this many of this spell. Okay, I plan to cast Magic Missile 5 times, Burning Cans twice, Levitate once, etc. So Arcanist, they were the first attempt at doing they were one of the earliest attempts at doing what we now is basically standard for prepared casters. For Pathfinder, they would basically be a studied spellcaster, so they would have a spell book still. They could prepare and learn as many spells as they wanted, or they could learn as many spells as they wanted, but they could only prepare a certain number of spells a day. However, they only had to prepare the spells. They didn't have to prepare each individual slot. So that would be what you would get to get a... That's historically what a wizard sorcerer hybrid. Another one that's also borrowed from Path. Blood Rager. Basically be a barbarian that has a magical or a sorcerer's bloodline. However, instead of studying magic and learning how to control it, it just comes out when they get really pissed. So like the whole thing of don't make me angry and then like Naruto turns into a fucking fox demon, that would be a Blood Rager. of sorcerers. It's a crime that in 5e there aren't any sorcerers bloodlines that are like, you know, I think having demon blood would be a surefire way to get power. Oh, I thought of that would be really funny. But Beguiler was a class in 3.5. Bring him back for 5e system. Make him a cross between a warlock and a bard. They're a bard that was so good at what they do that they managed to get the favor of a patron. Basically gave them special power for it. So, like, literally, it's a class where you could fuck your way into power. You're gonna have to elaborate what a Rune Master, because there's already a Rune Knight archetype for 5e. Fighter archetype. Goodbye. problem you're saying is you're tossing out these terms that have no basis in 5e, so there's no frame of reference. Like, a Rune Master doesn't exist in 5e yet. Like, when I say hybrid classes, I mean combining stuff that's already been established. Like, if you want to say, like, a Rune Master would be, like, you would take a fighter and combine them with, like, a warlock, and you could argue for that. And you could say, and you basically could describe how that would synergize and stuff like that. But, like, there's not an enchanter class in 5e. Enchantment actually is a school of magic, which does not have anything to do with weapons. Enchantment always has to do with compelling people to do what you want. Or mind control, influence, or beguiling them. Likewise, I saw somebody mention pirate before. Pirate doesn't really have a base in 5e, and if you're talking about like a gunslinger kind of character, like a swashbuckler, well, there's already that archetype for the rogue, and it doesn't really much. Maybe argue, like, if you want a charismatic pirate, you could have bard crossed with, but that's probably about as far as you. What's left to do on that? So far, so good. The fire monk. The thing is that runes are kind of like a magical element, so you'd want to have some kind of caster association with that. Keep in mind that it's also namely just the mechanics that you're looking at combining. You don't have to necessarily combine the themes entirely. Like, for instance, you could argue, like, a monk crossed with a warlock. Maybe their entire shtick with their whole patron thing is they get the invocations, and that works like runes. But they don't actually have a patron. Like, one idea that I had written down, crossing a monk with a warlock, actually, you'd get like a, basically like a spirit, something that you could channel through, and it would protect you, provide you with some abilities and like invocation-like things, and would basically allow you to fight through them as a proxy fighter, just like a fucking stand user. I think that would be neat. You know what? We're gonna play Undertale. Undertale is a good song. Despite everything, I still like Undertale. And it depends. There's been multiple people who have made a leveling progression guide for people who want to play like a stand user in D&D. There's something on D&D Wiki, which is fucking garbage because it gives you like 6 abilities per level. So it's completely broken, completely hard to manage, and very stupid. And then there is Don't Stop Thinking's class, who I actually have a lot of more faith in his version, where he made the Channeler class and actually described how it works, and it seems a lot more sensible. The only thing that seems sketchy about it to me is the whole, stands count as unseen attackers, so they always gain advantage. That seems a little bit iffy, but... I know it is not possible to tame a Tarask. They are god eaters. You'd have a better chance being able to fuck a god. Aboleth, you would not be able to tame an Aboleth. An Aboleth would tame you. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Courtney. How was your throat?
Slightly better? Ow.
Everybody say hi to Courtney, she's here now. And of course, Romantic Game Grumps comes on as soon as you enter.
It knows.
We were talking about D&D hybrid classes, which is something that actually exists in Pathfinder, but the idea behind it, there's this thing in 3.5 that called Gestalt classes, where you basically gain a level in 2 classes simultaneously, and you gain all features from them. This isn't that. The idea that I want to suggest is like, instead they're classes. There's like this there's this rule that when you have a class, it can't step on the toes of another class. Hybrid classes, it would say fuck that, and would borrow features from 2 different classes and just kind of combine them until they get, but only like a few of them. So it's like a Scald would be a barbarian bard who, instead of getting bardic inspiration and instead of getting a rage, whenever they rage, instead of it benefiting just them, it benefits all their allies. And they don't get as much armor proficiency, and they don't get unarmored benefit, but they're meant to still be a frontline character with a lot of HP. And they're meant to be like a sportive. Another idea would be like, what was a good? One idea that I had, a beguiler. The story behind it would be it's a bard that is so good at what they do and so good at charming people that they actually managed to get the interest of a patron who decided, like, you know what, I like you so much, I'm going to give you I'm going to give you some power as long as you entertain me. The bard, so it would basically be a bard that would specialize in like enchantment and things like that. They'd still have bard weapons and light armor, but they can augment their magic using they give up things like inspiration and instead get to augment their magic using the Warlock feature.
Nifty.
Yes, Creative Creed. I would imagine that Danny of Ninja Sex Party, a band who has been around for about 10-15 years, would be very good at singing.
I mean, have you ever listened to him sing Africa by Toto? It's magical.
Danny is not funny video game guy. He is funny music guy who happens to also play video games.
He's funny music guy first and funny video game guy second. Anyway, I'm currently working on the next Sylveon Trolls and I'm having a lot of fun with it. I'm just adding like little extra edits here and there to make it more interesting, I guess. You know, instead of just static Sylveon pose, it's like she moves around every now and then and things pop up and things spin around. Like there's one line, for example, the spoilers, the the troll for Wooloo is, how's it, I can't do the voice right now. How does it feel to be the new face of PETA? Bad, I assume. I made her like move up and down when she was going bah. I'm so sick I can't even Sylveon. If I try, I sound like this. I can't. I hate being sick.
Oh, also, Mike, a druid necromancer that already exists. It's called the Spores Druid. Circle of Spores. Go look it up from Guildmaster's Guide to Guildmaster's Guide to Ravenica. And a paladin. Paladin Barbarian. There's already the Zealot subclass for Barbarian. However, I think making it its own class would be something possible, where they basically give up a lot of their magic ability in exchange for like... Because like a Zealot Barbarian, the only thing that they do is they basically smite on every hit. This instead, they would still have a resource similar to spell slots, so they could actually do divine smites and things like that. Another idea that I also had, cross a ranger with a paladin, make an inquisitor. Somebody who's dedicated not to hunting only monsters, but also heresy. They wouldn't be as heavily armored as a paladin, but they'd still be a half-caster, and they would focus on, like, bringing divine justice to heretics.
Mafia Cat told me to go commit get well. I love the English language. I made red velvet chocolate chip cookies today. It was very easy. Basically, I took pre-packaged red velvet cake mix, and then I just added a half a cup of oil and 2 eggs, and it made cookie dough. Like it had the like viscosity of like actual cookie dough, and then I added white chocolate chips, and then I baked them, and they're very soft, they're very moist.
So this guy's suit is going to be white.
Ooh. Who this mystery man?
He's actually not a man, he's just...
Mystery minion. Dude. Oh yeah, I need a specific sound effect. Let's see. Crowd. No. Laughing sound effect. Laugh. Canned laughter. There it is.
Oh, it has not been a long time. Why do I feel like it's been a long time?
Okay,
Nurse, we need to perform an immediate jazzer section.
oh, this is hard.
His kidneys aren't funky enough.
Those giblets fucked up, baby. Fucked up, baby.
Oh, now you can't do it.
Those giblets fucked up, baby.
Alright, check it out.
Fucked up, baby.
Oh, now you can't do it.
Do my little dance in advance.
Move jam.
And what does that accomplish, huh?
We're gonna have fun at the party tonight.
Playing damn checkers.
What's my jam? What's my move jam?
And what does that accomplish? Nothing.
Come on, baby. Give me lovin', come on.
Gather round the corner, half a mile from here. See that long train run, and a disappear. Without love, dear love, where would you be now? Na, 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 na.
It's fucking checkers.
What you think about the situation? What you think about the situation, baby? About the checkers. What you think about the situation? What you think about the situation, baby? About the checkers.
You gonna jump over my head? Come on. If you do, you might be dead. Come on.
Oh.
I'm gonna touch you where you don't want. Then you can't sue me. You gonna jump over my head? Come on. If you do, you might be dead. Come on.
Oh.
I'm gonna touch you where you don't want. Don't want. Then you can't sue me.
Gather around the corner, half a mile from here. See that long train run, and I want to disappear. Without love, dear love, where would you be now? Na, 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 na.
It's fucking checkers.
What you think about the situation? What you think about the situation, baby? About the checkers. What you think about the situation? What you think about the situation, baby? About the checkers.
Boom fucking jams. Boom fucking jams. Boom fucking jams. Boom fucking. Love the way you touch my people, yeah. Love the way you touch my poo, yeah. Got a big, huge dick in my mouth tonight. Gonna fuck a dude. Gonna fuck a dude.
Gonna help my bros get into their base. Come on, sitting in the holes, getting all excited. I'm so horny I can fuck a dude, but I won't cause I don't like dudes. Gotta pee about now. Gotta poo about now. Alright about now.
It's fucking checkers.
What you think about the situation? What you think about the situation, baby? About the checkers. What you think about the situation? What you think about the situation, baby? About the checkers.
Probably some of your best work.
Thanks.
almost done. Not in the... Wait, I know exactly. On here. Here we go. A little bit leaning back. This. Yay. Base of pig is done. Really? Now what I'm gonna do? Fun time. By fun time, I mean gun time.
Fun.
You turn your head when you talk about it.
Oh, sorry. I'll just mute.
cooperate with. Well, this is why you should use references. Not being straight. Takes that out of context. Cooperate. There.
Let's go.
Right. This rig, I believe, is done. I'm not gonna bother doing it as detailed as the other ones, because these guys are meant to be animate. So, not exactly a big priority. Omena, sorry. Alright. Let's take some screen caps of this really quick. I'll talk to one of the guys. Alright, and with that, wrap up Toon Boom here. Up Clip Studio Paint. Try something else.
Hooray!
This song, because Polybridge is kind of boring. Alright, friends. Oh, the question is, what should I draw? Monster Girls seem to be the flavor of them. Feel free to start throwing ideas at me, preferably of the monster variety. Courtney, if you want to suggest anything as well, you can. I'm not doing a fucking mantis shrimp. God damn it. They were talking about bullet shrimps and mantis shrimps for like 30 minutes.
Good lord. I feel like I had a good idea for a monster girl the other day, and now I can't remember.
Or another meme. Okay. Asking for animal girls is different than asking for monster girls.
Yeah, y'all are furries.
Or another.
What about a centaur, except the bottom half is something other than a horse?
Those are common and stuff. Lamias, believe it or not, well, I guess even the snake version of Lamia. But another variant of Lamias that exists one exactly like that, except the bottom half is a lion.
Nice.
That's a greater Lamia. Whereas in 5e, Lamia nobles have snake bodies, and then greater Lamias, which are the most common ones, they have lion bodies. In Greek mythology, Lamia was basically a woman who, for some reason, there's variations of the myth, she basically pissed off Hera because of basically naturally an affair with Zeus. Some versions of the myth, Hera kills her kids and then she goes insane from that. In other versions, Hera makes her insane and then she kills her kids. Either way, the kids wind up dying, and Lamia winds up being disfigured into a horrific monster, which has never had a clear or consistent depiction. In the 1800s, that was one of the first depictions of Lamia as a snake woman, whereas other depictions had depicted her as a kind of like a sphinx, essentially, except covered in scales. There's like so many variations of how she's been depicted, which is why there's so many variations when it comes to like modern mythology of Lamia. That's your new Monster Girl science stuff for history stuff for the day. I should make that a video series. History of Monster Girls.
History of Monster Girls? Yeah, that'd be cool. Talk about like different Monster Girls and their origins. Make it like a series.
Because, like, you could talk about Lamia as a whole lot. Like, describe, the idea would basically be to describe where they originated from, their interpretation, where the modern interpretations came from, and what the modern interpretations are nowadays. Yeah, it was a snake in some versions. In other versions, it was literally just she went insane and ate the kids on her own.
She's just a human that became a cannibal.
And like in the process of doing that, she became like a monster. Not always a snake. Like any number of different things. There's so many variations on them.
It just depends on who you ask.
Similarly, one of my favorite stories is also the story of Arachne, because that's how you get the modern interpretation of Arachnes. Which, it actually doesn't lead to a monster, so that's kind of creative liberty of modern times, but Arachne was a woman who was a very good weaver in ancient Greece. She was so good that she decided to challenge Athena to a competition. In some versions of the myth, she actually beat Athena. In other versions, Athena beat her. In either case, for her hubris, Athena cursed her and turned her into a spider permanently. Like, she just turns into a normal spider.
That would be a really neat series. You should do that. That should be your next thing.
No, actually, one way I could easily do that is if I have art of me drawing a monster girl, I could time-lapse it, or time-lapse several pieces of art of me drawing, and just talk over it. That way I don't have to, like, do as much editing.
Yeah, and like maybe have occasional pictures pop up when you need like visual representation of something very specific. You have so many different things you could talk about. Greek mythology and Roman mythology and Japanese mythology and like, all kinds of different things from around the world. Because Monster Girls are just based on things that are everywhere.
The one problem is that I'm not a historian, not like an expert in mythology. So I'd have to do a lot of research, because if you get something wrong, you're gonna get called out for it.
Yeah.
Something I would like to avoid.
Ooh, excuse me. It's raining again.
Wowie!
I'm
Wowie.
so tired of this.
Here, behold. Carnivore. So Nagas are very interesting because that's another thing that I'd also want to cover. Because Nagas are very distinct from Lamias as far as mythology goes. Nagas in Indian mythology would often be like, they might be fully snakes with just a human face. Other variants of them would be like, they'd be shapeshifters. The thing that would be consistent is that they would usually be cobras specifically. They wouldn't just be snakes. They had to be cobras. But the thing about Nagas is that they weren't actually evil, which that's something that's a really common interpretation of modern Nagas for a lot of games and tabletops and things like that. In Indian mythology, Nagas were generally seen as divine beasts that were dangerous, but usually weren't intentionally harmful to humans. Like, they would maybe like, they might interact with humanity and stuff, and like, basically it's like they wouldn't go out of their way to like eat humans or anything like that, like a lot, or sacrifice them or things like that. They were just kind of, how to put it, some of them actually became guardians, I believe, in mythology, whereas other ones could be like converted to evil, but I don't know, they seem to be more neutral than anything. Right back. So, what else should I draw to the sketch page? Well, Courtney, do you?
Something Halloweeny.
Monster Girls fit Bill.
Maybe like a banshee, or like a Batgirl, or like a plant girl that's a pumpkin, or a skeleton girl, or
This sound, Aaron.
those are my ideas. Do you like any of them?
It. We should make a remix of it.
Or maybe an alien girlfriend. I can't sing,
Don't try it.
but I gotta sing alien girlfriend. It's a Vocaloid song
That was fucking banana peels, dude.
about having an alien girlfriend.
Keep going.
A girlfriend who's an alien that looks like a squid.
Now I got the rhythm. Yo, I'm like Marky Mark. I got the rhythm and the rhyme.
Bring your hands down, bring your hands down.
The electricity.
You just choose knuckles and you jump, bang, pause it.
Think about it.
Flying along at the speed of knuckles. What the fuck is going on?
It's awesome.
Flying along at the speed of knuckles. What the fuck is going on? Dude, you dropped 1,000 feet. That was fucking banana peels, dude.
That does not look like where you're supposed to be.
You just keep going. You just keep on going.
Dumbass in a box.
Bring your hands down, bring your hands down.
Big dumbass energy.
Yo, I'm like Marky Mark. I got the rhythm and the rhyme.
Dumb bitch juice. Breakfast.
The electricity.
You just
Every morning she starts her day with a big old glass of dumb bitch juice.
And then you go out and you can keep doing it forever. You can just keep doing it forever.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
Maybe you guys like old school.
What happened?
Ice. Killer Wonder.
Nice. I need a picture of Roggenrola. Do I have Roggenrola? Or I do not. And I also need really
Diesel, except us.
You made her a snake. God, I get so worried when someone comments on one of my old videos like, this was made before I was born. Like, bitch, get off YouTube! You too young! Honey child. Go to Neopets. Or something. YouTube is a dangerous place.
Oh no! It's about to get so amazing! Oh!
Those should be species swapped. But show their cure.
What about Garter?
She'd be swapped too.
Maybe you could do a flip-flop and make her a spider.
Do a three-way swap instead.
A three-way swap?
Wait, I know exactly what I can do. I'll swap Garter into a suck. Swap Mimi into...
Haha!
Garter will be freaking out over the prospect of...
Roly Cody.
Body wash can't block odor for 16 hours. What? This one does, dummy.
You know, it's kind of weird that we still don't have official artwork of Impidim. Cause like, think about it. Everyone knows this Pokemon exists. It was front and center during the Glimwood Tangle live stream, so like, what's up? What's happening?
Realize all three of these characters are ears.
The Pointy Ear Club.
Normally arachne aren't supposed to have special case. Eternal blood. Oh, speaking of succubi, something funny in Pathfinder 2. They decided to add a trait to succubi called rejection vulnerability. If a succubus winds up failing an attempt to charm a creature, or fails to, like, beguile them, things like that, the succubus winds up taking 2d6 psychic damage. The creature that rejected them can then repeatedly remind them of their rejection for the next hour, forcing them to take another 2d6 psychic damage on success whenever they demoralize the target. So you literally can follow a succubus around, like say you have a gay character and the succubus tries to woo you, you can follow them around and go like, I'm gay, hey, I'm gay, I'm gay. And every time you do, the succubus will take 2d6 damage. I can't believe they made this whole thing.
You can just follow them around and go, I am gay, 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 I like lollipops. I am super duper gay, I like lollipops.
So many times before. Heartbeat so hard. No matter how much I do this, I never get bored. I said I needed space, I wanted so much more. This is my galaxy, gonna explore. Heartbeat so hard. It's just another universe and I won't be ignored. You say you're a dancer.
You can spell thighs without thick. Because there's no C in the word thighs.
Negative emotions, it's true. I wanna be like her, wanna be good to you. Universe calling out, every whisper, every shout. Cheap shots on me, so drink up, honey. This one's for free. On the rocks, hit me up with another brandy. Don't stop, give me space, I'm feeling dandy. Do we deserve this? Is it our fan service, this beauty on the surface. Yeah, I like what I like, that target demographic. So much traffic, getting graphic, all your thoughts are so Jurassic. So look a little bit deeper on these values in which I strive. I'll be your sleeper hit, let me take this thing in an overdrive. Let me take this thing in an overdrive, yeah. Beat so hard. Heartbeat so hard. Heartbeat so hard. I'm reeling from the burn that I felt within. Heartbeat so hard. Yeah, down under the scotch just to drown my sin. I dream of electric sheep and all my responses stay the same. They're just zeros and ones, I can't have fun and I'm the only one to blame. Heartbeat so hard. Zero at the bar, just feeling strange. You say the answer, talk, I wanna be sane one more time. Ain't no damn crime, whisper those lies to myself no more. It's true, wanna be with you. Universe calling out, every whisper, every shout. Cheap shots on me, so drink up, honey, this one's for free. I'm feeling dandy. Do we deserve this? Is it our purpose? It's just fan service, this beauty on the surface. Yeah, I like what I like, that target demographic. So much traffic, getting graphic, all your thoughts are so Jurassic. So look a little bit deeper on these values in which I strive. I'll be your sleeper hit, let me take this thing in an overdrive. Let me take this thing in an overdrive, yeah. On the rocks.
Mimi, you pick. Girl, you're thicker than a bowl of oatmeal. Stays thick even. Doesn't really make sense because she's a succubus, human form. I think the human form would take precedent. But nah. Right, I can't play this song. Damn it, YouTube. I'm gonna quick go back, grab this song, pull this out of my playlist. Payday music. Mimi is now an orangutan.
Hooray!
And it's not YouTube fucking things up, it's... The problem is, Toby partnered with a company that allowed to, it seemed to be like an unintended consequence, but this company basically allowed him to sell his music a lot easier, but they also have access to the Content ID system, and they put anything that's submitted to them into the Content ID system. And it's caused a lot of headaches. This isn't even really YouTube's fault, it's Toby's publisher. Not even Toby's fault. Okay, so we got Lamia Cecil, Succubus Garter, Arachne Meme. Garter seems to be the one who wins in this case. What else should we draw? Chat. Got time for maybe one more drawing, maybe two.
Here I come, rougher than the rest of them, the best of them, tougher than leather. You can call me Knuckles. Unlike Sonic, I don't chuckle. I'd rather flex my muscles. I'm hard as nails. It ain't hard to tell. I break them down whether they solid or frail. Unlike the rest, I'm independent since my first breath. First test, feel the right, then the worst left. Born on an island in the heavens. Blood of my ancestors flows inside me. My duty is to say.
else would be a spooky pivot, though? It would work if you make a ghost pivot because she's a robot, so that means she doesn't have a soul. Nothing you can make a ghost out of. Thank you.
Let's see what Google Translate says.
not actually a harpy. She's just a bird that you never see. Knows what she looks like. But you give her shiny objects, and then she and her brother give you nice items in return. And she's like, Pickle Pea! Pumperum! She's just like adorable. She's the only cute thing in Dark Souls. I know what I said, bitch. Fight me.
Even in the midst of the ticking time that flows, the lack of empathy here is spinning round and round in circles. I can't even see that my heart is separating, leaving me alone till I just don't know why. Frozen in the cracks of a time that's never ending, paralyzed in fear. I am stuck here, suffocating, trying to escape from a world that's decimating, focusing on nothing but my own self. Is this just a dream? Is it not reality? No one listens to a thing, even when I try to speak. Tired of all this misery, hiding deep inside of me. Maybe I should let it be, without feeling anything. Help, I'm drowning, but I'm dry. Even when I try to cry, I can't tell if I'm alive, or if I've already died. If I change to make it right, if I change with all my might, maybe I could find the light, turning all of me to white. 動くのならば、動くのならば、すべて壊すわ、すべて壊すわ。悲しむならば、悲しむならば、私の心白く変われる。Even if you give me words, nothing's going to be heard. 'Cause I have no heart to feel, all I hear is in a blur. Feeling love in every gap, 'cause my soul is what I lack. And if nothing seems to change, then I'll turn it all to black. あなたのことも、私のことも、すべてのことも、まだ知らないの。思いまぶたを開けたのならば、すべて壊すのなら黒
A harpy girl goes to get breakfast. He decides to order eggs. Waiter is incredibly handsome. He immediately falls in love. The waiter comes up and asks, "Hello, ma'am. How would you like your eggs?" She responds, "Fertilized." So, for some godforsaken week, I decided to look up the JoJo wiki. Does Jotaro get younger as the series goes on?
I have no idea. You're asking the wrong person.
Asking the chat. Because, like, in, like, what is it, part 3, where he's, like, 16 or 18 years old or something, he looks like a grown man when he's at his biggest. But then he appears later in, like, later parts, and he suddenly looks younger. He's a fucking Benjamin Button case.
The Curious Case of Jotaro Joestar.
The JoJo series makes no sense to me. I'm not even gonna bother trying to understand it. Alright, one more drawing. Rapid fire suggestions at me. Go, go, go. Not drawing something from Devilman. Jesus. You guys are getting flux. Kind of innocent and things like that, when she's probably the most dangerous.
She's drunk.
Like your legs are sort of putting butter. I wish you could just remove your butt. Oh. Here we go.
Hooray!
Alright. This, I'm gonna wrap up. Thank you all for coming by to watch me draw, things like that. Sorry it wasn't as interesting as my other streams are. So, I'm gonna wrap the stream here. Thank you all for watching. It has been a pleasure. Bye.